Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we have a elf on elf civil war here in the trees. Um, I am going up against this opponent, McDodd or something like that. We will see at the end of the battle. But he really wanted to play wood elves, and I think we had played a couple as the dwarves. I had won the first one as the dwarves. Just because I don't know, I don't really enjoy playing against wood elves. So generally, I picked the dwarves, who the pace of the battle is predictable with that matchup. It's still interesting. You can still like kind of shake things up, and I really enjoy it. But this we played that, and then we got into another quick battle, and we got into another quick battle, and he wanted to do it again. So I didn't really want to play anything else against the Wood Elves, so I brought it again. But he just kind of like sat in some trees with like 4 Way Watchers or 3 Way Watchers and a Glade Lady, and just like was gonna Arrows of Kurnus me to death. So I barely have enough time to play as is. So especially when I'm recording these videos. So I definitely just quit out of that one. Reloaded up quick battle, and again he wanted to play wood elves. So I picked the wood elves, kind of just hoping to dissuade him from being the wood elves, but he was persistent. So here we are in a wood elf versus wood elf matchup. So you can see here I have a kind of a strange main line. I have 2 War Dancers here in the front, 2 Eternal Guard with shields, and then 2 Dryads. So you can see they're kind of mismatched front line. I have 3 Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts because I'm constantly terrified of tree men. I'm probably over terrified of tree men. So I bring these guys because of their fire and their magic damage. And their armor piercing. So we're going to be seeing what we can do with that. I do have some War Dancers with Azrai Spears here in the back. I do, of course, have a Lore of Life Spellsinger. I have 2 Hawk Rider units, and I have a Glady on her Hawk. Was trying to be super mobile, but he went what I did, but more. So you can see here he has 2 Hawk Riders in the air. He has a Glade Lady on a Zombie Dragon, and he also has 2 Wild Riders over here. He has 4 Glade Guard here in the front line, 2 Eternal Guard in the back, 2 Eternal Guard in the front with a Treekin kind of centering it. So there you can see taking some pot shots. I pull my War Dancers back to protect them, and I'm going to be bringing these flanks in to kind of like just converge here. You can see I'm putting some nice damage on these Treekin early. As we just posture around. But he does have the archer advantage, so I'm not going to win that fight, especially not cost effectively. So I figured I would target whatever they were good at firing. But you can see just how quickly my poor Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts are going down to this concentrated fire. You can see I am shifting targets here, not realizing how much damage he was putting down here, because I'm just not very good with the Wood Elves. So here you can see Eternal Guard are going to come in, the Dryads are going to come in. We're going to converge here, putting some decent damage there on the Glade Lady. Eternal Guard again coming in. You can see this Treekin taking some good damage, but the most important thing, not a single model has been dropped here, so they definitely can be healed. You can see my poor Glade Guard are routing off the field. My Hawk Riders are going to come in, try and stop some of this fire from happening. They're going to be coming down into this unit. But it's a little too late. I still have 1 healthy unit though. And I'm going to pull out of here before these Wild Riders can chase. You can see these Hawk Riders putting down some decent damage. And while this Zombie Dragon's coming over here, you can see I'm trying to debate what to do here. And I Prey Vanathrama, these guys, probably a little bit too early. Get some nice shots in, and I'm going to rush them with my Eternal Guard. These Wild Riders, I don't know what they're doing. They're going to totally get clipped here. Not the best position for them. You can see you get a nice Arrows of Kurnus down on that Glade Guard. And I do manage to catch these Wild Riders here, which is lucky. Definitely should have mistimed. I definitely mistimed my Prey Vanathrama there. And you can see here, I'm actually going to come in here against these Hawk Riders, try and get a cheeky charge, because I know he is focusing them. I brought these Hawk Riders into the back of the Wild Riders, trying to support this fight, but they are going to get shot at and routed off the field. I really need to be bringing in my reserves as Eternal Guard at this point, but I'm not doing that. I'm kind of just letting my front line do, and you can see these Treekin back to full health. He cast a regrowth on them, so that was very good of him. Over here you can see I get a cheeky rear charge on these Hawk Riders, and I'm going to do a ton of damage pretty quickly. My Glade Lady is going to come in there as well. You can see I did get some Eternal Guard back here. They're opening fire, and I'm finishing off some of these Wild Riders here with arrow fire. I do scare off that one Hawk Rider, but here comes the Glade Lord, so I'm like, okay, I can just pull out of here, forgetting that he has the same exact abilities as me. So, like a very good Wood Elf player, he's going to Prey von Thrauma me, and that is not going to look very pretty for my Glade Lady. That dragon is going to put down a lot of hurt. Over here you can see the main line is not going too well. It's kind of just trading. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but I am kind of winning this flank. I did bring my Azrai Spears. One of the benefits of them is they're super fast, so they're kind of like Cav. So I came in here and I shut down this Glade Guard. Over here you can see I did pop my potion, but I am terrified off the field. So he's going to dedicate these Hawk Riders to come chase me down, bring this Forest Dragon in, and there's really not going to be much I can do about it. My Glade Lady is now essentially dead, which is a very poor timing. You can see here his Glade Lord is coming in a little, I think, overconfident. He's going to be coming in here to try and crack this front line. I'm going to be opening fire with my magical fire damage, so keep that in mind as we watch his health. And then now that I've routed off these Glade Guard, I'm going to pull these War Dancers with Azrai Spears in. You see a giant, juicy dragon here, giant red line as well, and they're going to rush this thing like none other. You can see Potion of Toughness is going down, but concentrated fire here from all this fire, these fire arrows, these War Dancers with their armor piercing, anti-large damage, and you're going to see here instantly, essentially instantly, this guy's going to rout off the field. I'm going to get a nice rear charge in here with my War Dancers now that I cleaned up this flank. He does get away though. Luckily for me, you can see my Lord is killed right on the white line, which I guess is not lucky. But his whole healthy unit of Hawk Riders over here is too far away to kind of save his Lord here. So I'm going to be able to dedicate my Hawk Riders here to doing the same thing he just did to me and chase this guy off the field. You can see their leadership is dropping with that attack in the rear. You can see my Lore of Life Spellsinger is still very solid here in the front line. And I'm going to switch over, try and kill these Treekin again. You can see I'm running low on ammo though. And of course here come the Hawk Riders, so we're going to see what I can do about that. There I think he shatters soon. So I can bring these guys, yeah, there he is, so I can bring these guys in, attack here, or attack those guys. And you can see I am turning around to try and just pepper these guys. I pull one unit of Eternal Guard out, and I'm going to be bringing them in, but you can see 2 units of these guys are just going to decimate what's left of my firing line. But if I can get my spears in there, it's going to be worth it. You can see I'm going to just rush them straight in, try and catch, do whatever damage I can. You can see this main line is starting to turn in my favor. My spears are going to come up. I'm going to come up behind here, attack these Treekin. And yeah, they're looking very good here. I just have too many spears left, some War Dancers. And you can see these awesome Hawk Riders dropping some Glade Guard as they flee. Oh man, they're such a cool unit. I love the Hawk Riders. And how often do you get to see 4 Hawk Riders in one game? So definitely very good game to my opponent. M4C Nuke, practicing with the Wood Elves. And because of that, I got a matchup that I had never really considered, Wood Elf on Wood Elf. So definitely fun. Not everybody loves mirror matches, but I kind of do. They kind of bring out a different part of the army that you don't generally get to see. Yeah, you can see here my War Dancers being kind of the MVPs here, almost 70 kills each. War Dancers with Azra Spears, almost full health, doing some critical damage against that Lord, taking out some of the ranged troops. You can see my poor Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts just getting slaughtered. And yeah, you can see one of his Wild Riders was definitely catching that Wild Rider there was one of the boons that helped me win that fight. That's a free like 1,000 gold. Yeah, and you can see his Glade Lord did a ton more damage there with 45 kills off his dragon. Um, but yeah, letting those Wild Riders also on that left, on my right flank, his left flank, definitely helped win that fight as well. Anyways, great game to my opponent, and that's that.